Good morning, everyone. How is everybody doing this morning? I hope everybody woke up this morning. I'm glad everybody is doing really well, and yeah, be the best yourself. Okay, so let's get to this video right now. So keep the best news to yourself because everybody seems to be very unhappy. Okay, because you see, when somebody, when somebody is out there, you know waiting for you to be in a relationship, a lot of people just ask them, to borrow it. That's fine, but if some people, decided to, pay their belongings back, okay. So I'm glad you did the right thing. Okay, you're doing the right thing, okay, because people, I did it exactly the same thing. Like yesterday, I had to give them their money back. I already gave them their money back because it's just not in my favor, and because you know all I got to do is just get back, get back to where I was, So income tax check is coming soon. Yep. But yeah, man. Because remember that we all gotta take one day at a time. Okay. Because you know, because remember, keeping the best news to yourself. You know, everybody seems very unhappy with you. Okay. All right. And another thing is this. So you don't need anybody, to ask you for your money. You don't need their favors anymore. I don't owe them anymore. So I'm glad that I put everything in the past, and we know that it's not going to, end well this way. But I'm really glad we took that out of the way. And you need to, find something to do with your life, y'all. Okay? Because because remember, God got you. Okay? God got you. Okay? And the truth is this, you know you know you know you have to pay them back, man. You have to do that, because you know they cheat on you. They kept taking money for that, and you know, they kept taking all your money. They kept, just pay them back. You don't need to keep stealing all that, because it is wrong. Okay. All right. So be yourself, man. All right. Because you don't need to be like that for everybody. Because I know it's wrong. It's because it's wrong for me, God. It is wrong for me with God, because we can't take this too seriously. Okay. So you got you got it. You have to learn your lesson, just like I did mine. Okay. Because you know you know I know where we're getting back to these brighter days ahead of us. Okay. So all we got to do is just keep this good news to yourselves, y'all. Because everybody in this community seems to be very unhappy, and they can't eat, and they cannot trust you with that anymore, bro. All right. Because they won't, and all they knew is that they will not going to they're not going to contact you anymore. Okay. So just let it go, leave them alone. Okay. And let's move on. All right. But yeah. So these people, because these people are, it seemed like, they're not caring. They don't care about you. You don't owe them anything. Just like, just exactly the way I just owe them nothing. You see how simple it is, y'all. Okay. So yeah, we got to understand, y'all, that so you can't, you can't even trust anybody. You can't even trust not even you can't trust your own self. You can't even talk to anybody on the phone who can't trust. Simply put. All right. And because I know I felt bad about it. You must feel about it too, but you got it, because you got to move on, man. Because sorry, but that's just the way it is. Okay. Even though, because times are just too tough. Times are just not aren't the place for you. You see what I'm saying? And you have to, you got to be able to, get out here, forget about all this drama going on. Okay. Because I knew that I got too tired to be having all these nightmares, everything like that. you know, come on, y'all all adults here, you know. So you got to be able to you know, take care of yourself, y'all, because you know all this drama, you know, it's gonna end, you know. Okay, because let me tell you, if some of you just don't want to do it, you know, it's not gonna end well for you guys. All right. Okay. Do what is best for yourself. Okay. Trust yourself. All right. Because let me tell you, man, I'm proud of you for not, you know, for not putting you back in the cell, because you know everybody, you know, they just got locked up, you know, and they just don't want to, they just don't want to consider the truth here. Okay, so make sure you need to even though if they gave you money, that's fine, but if you didn't want it, make sure you need to pay them back. Okay, so make sure you don't do nothing stupid about that. Do you understand? Good. Okay. Anyway, because remember that you need to step up to the plate. Okay. Yes, and bring your A game back with you. Okay. And you know, we're all done. You know, we're all done with the problems here. You know, it's time for me to get back in the spotlight. You know, because that's where I belong here. You know, because let me tell you something. We don't tell nobody what to do here. Okay. Because you know, because if any, you know, because we don't do things are not supposed to be doing crazy stuff here, you know. Do what is best for yourself. Okay, everybody seems to be unhappy with you anymore. Everybody is. Okay, so you can't, you know, you can't be going out there, you know, keeping all the money all the time, man, even though if they ask you for money, man. Okay, so make sure you need to pay them back, so we won't have to go through with this ever again. Okay, but I'm glad that everybody just pay their money back to them where they belong, and no more drama for everybody. No more drama, no more problems going on, and we can just move forward. And they don't want to hear from you anymore. All right, guys. That's it for this morning. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe to my channel. And leave your thoughts on this video. Okay? Let me tell y'all something, man. We got to be able to do our jobs correctly. Make sure you don't touch anybody's money, because you know, everybody deserves their unkindness. Okay, and we got to be able to continue to do the right thing, you know. very carefully. All right. And you know that I will end this relationship with someone who can't be trusted anymore, and I will have to let someone go. Okay. So that's just my own thing here to, move forward, get, try to, get everybody away from me so I can just move forward. All right. So take care of yourself this morning. Make sure you drink plenty of water out here. Take care of your good health. Remember that drink plenty of water out here. So we don't want to be transmitted. Okay. So I hope you all have a great day. Take care of yourselves. Please don't make a mistake the next time. Okay. Next time when you do that, don't do that again. All right. So I hope you all have a great weekend. March is coming to a close. So April it's coming. So we all got to make sure that, that do not trust anybody. Don't talk to anybody that you do not know that person. So the best way for you is to, block their number, delete the text message, and their emails needs to be deleted as well. All right. Because everybody seems that, they weren't too interested about this relationship. So be it. All right. So keep the best news for yourself. Everybody deserves, everybody is very unhappy with you anymore. All right. And that's just my time to talk about in this video. Okay. All right. So take care of yourselves, and we'll talk soon. Thank you, and peace and love to everyone, and enjoy the rest of your morning.